if you are planning to just open an OnlyFans, post some pictures, and wait for the money to roll on in, honey, this episode is going to save you from a world of disappointment, because I'm going to walk you through the real necessary pre-launch checklist. This is what every new creator needs to have in place before going live. That is, of course, if you want your fans to not just show up, but stick around and pay. Alrighty, y'all. Before we dig into this, I'm not sure if you guys can tell as clearly as I can feel, but I am a little bit sick. We are working off quite a gnarly bug. Normally I would wait until I don't sound quite as much as a man, but this is what happens when you don't batch create and schedule content. You get sick and you get stuck having to do a audio podcast episode, because if I had to go on video right now, I think I would die. But what do you say we talk today about the pre-launch platform checklist, and not even platform, just pre-launch checklist for getting into adult content creation. Today, we are talking brand clarity, content prep, pricing, safety, and mother trucking systems. If you are just starting in the industry, or even if you're just looking to branch into new territory as a current creator, these are the things you need to be thinking about, y'all. So grab your notes, or if you want to save yourself some handwriting time, go check out the full written post on this over on the Creators Spicy Tea Patreon. Yeah, y'all, I'll be honest, I'm something like 4 years into this. Yeah, just about 4. Y'all, this is the shit I wish someone would have told me before I started. So let's get the hell into it. The very first thing you need to lock in is you. Who are you? Who are you as a creator? That means your brand, your niche, and your persona. Now, here's the thing. I get this question all the time when someone comes to me for coaching or mentorship, and it is always, well, what should my niche be? I don't know what my niche or my brand is. I'm gonna be so honest with you, and you're gonna hate me. I can't tell you that. I know that sucks. I am the worst. I will take that. But I can help you figure it out. So think of your niche as what you are, and think of your brand as how you present. So your niche might be those unchangeable things about you and your content strategy. Think things like your body type, content category, the kind of fetishes you cater to, things like that. But your brand is the styling, the attitude, the vibe you give with your clients. That's the part of you that can likely and will likely shape and evolve over time. So something I've found the easiest way to figure this out, and I need to credit, I believe it's Melrose Michaels who I first saw this from. I believe. Stop trying to throw random words at yourself and just hoping the spaghetti noodle sticks to the cabinet. Put your brand and your niche into a sentence or two. For me, that was so much easier than thinking of descriptors. So, for example, for myself, my sentence or two is, I am the petite, tatted up, alternative general fetish creator. And y'all, I'm that girl next door. I know I seem shy as hell, but I have a wild kinky side, and I will be your best goddamn friend and your biggest wet dream. I promise you. Right? Break that down really quick. That shows my brand as the alternative girl next door. That's kind of like my aesthetic. But with that secret kinky side, who's going to treat my clients like they're my best friend, those are all my vibes. And it shows my niche as the petite, tattooed, general fetish creator. Those sentences, or that sentence, tells us what you make, how you show up, and why someone would want to subscribe. Next part of deciding who we are is deciding our content model very early on. If you aren't sure what all the content models are, out there, that's you and me both, honey, because there are too many. But for a quick rundown on some of the main ones, check out the post over on creatorsspicytea.co. It's titled Choosing Your Business Models in Adult Content Creation. I will link it in the box, but it breaks everything down step by step by step. So ask yourself, are you trying to build a subscription page that monetizes passively with content drops, or are you online and camming and performing live services, or are you primarily selling custom content? Maybe panties. Research the most common models and decide on which one or which combination of those are going to be the best fit for you. And I'll tell you right now, for most creators, it's always a combination. We should never put our eggs into one basket or business model. The next aspect of figuring out who we are is defining our boundaries and our limits. What will we and what won't we do? And what will we not allow others to do around you or to you? Y'all, don't wait until someone DMs you with some wild shit and is pushing your boundaries to figure that out. Because at that point, if you did not clearly communicate your boundaries anywhere, honey, it's not their fault they didn't know at that point. Unless they push. In which case, not in this house. But I will say, one of the most important things I tell people who come to me for coaching or mentorship and they're just at their beginning is they need to know their limits. They need to know their boundaries. They need to know what that is today before they start. I am talking protect your own peace that way. The same thing goes with privacy. Are you going to show your face? Do you have tattoos or birthmarks that could easily identify you? Are you ever going to mention your location or your relationship status? Get clear with that in yourself right now and decide right now how much of yourself you're willing to share. Because, honey, you get to decide that. And no, you don't need to tell your fans every goddamn detail about your boundaries, but you do need to communicate the key ones up front. So for example, if you don't do meetups, say no IRL in your pinned post or in your limits and in your terms. And that one sentence could save you dozens, if not hundreds of awkward conversations later. I do highly suggest making your limits and terms public to buyers and subscribers. Personally, I have them on my own web page on my own personal domain. And now let's get juicy with it. What makes you different, honey? Like, really sit with yourself and look and analyze what makes you you. There are hundreds of thousands of girly pops and boys out there selling content online, but there is one you. So what makes that one you tick? Put it in your bio, make it obvious in your content, mention it on social media. For an example of this, my bio on most of my social platforms that I'm active on is usually something along the lines of hiker, baker, hobby photographer, lover of rope and lingerie, and a girl who takes too many damn pictures of herself. What I decided was going to make me different and what was going to make me stand out is I'm just going to do this at an angle of my whole self. I am going to sell my whole true self and not create a persona. Y'all, I tried. I couldn't keep it up. I don't know how you guys do it. Fucking goddesses and kings alike. But if we look at the bio I just spit out, it kind of tells you who I am through and through. It shows aspects of my whole self, like my hobbies and my passions, while still leaning towards the fact that, y'all, I'm making content over here. Come get some. Another part of picking your persona and your brand is picking your stage name that matches your vibes. And what you need to do once you have your stage name, get every social media platform in the world. Just go make an account with that username. I don't care if you're going to use it or not. Just go get it. And you know what? I would say do the same on every adult content platform as well, even if you're not sure you'll even ever use that platform. This does two things for you. First, it saves it for you so that if 2 years from now you decide, shit, maybe I should do Instagram, you have it. It's there. You have that brand recognition cross-platform. The second thing it does is make sure nobody can take your username on any platform, start stealing your content and catfishing as you. The same thing kind of goes for your visuals. Choose an aesthetic and stick with that shit. Think of your colors, your captions, your fonts, your watermarks, your editing style. You want people to scroll past your post and instantly say, oh shit, I know that, before they even see you in that post. There is one creator I always very specifically think of for this, and that is Serafina Vixen, who we did have on our podcast at the very beginning of this year. She opened the year for us. She has always been very edgy style RGB lit photos. Now, anytime I'm scrolling social and I see a hint of RGB, I'm like, oh, there's Serafina. I know it is. I'm looking for her. I'm guessing it's her before I even see the subject of the image because she has nailed that down as her aesthetic. Alrighty, we're going to switch gears and we're going to talk about setting up your actual platform. First thing you got to do, get your ID verification and your banking set up. Don't wait, honey. You want to be paid on day one, not 3 days later when your docs get approved finally. Besides that, lots of platforms aren't even going to let you post until you have your ID verification done. Once that's handled, upload a profile picture and a banner that are on brand and high quality and align with that platform's terms of service. Y'all read the terms of service, please, for the love of God. That is a legal contract that you are signing. Your banner should be a bit of like a tease for what's inside, right? And your profile picture should be very high quality and scroll stopping. And they should both scream you. Then you want to write a bio that sells, y'all. What do they get? How often do you post? Who are you? Why should someone subscribe? If you're like me and you find writing bios to be pretty much the same level of torture as a 10-day cold or, bamboo under your fingernails, I got you, honey. I got you. Once again, we have a completely publicly available resource titled Writing the Best-Selling About Me for Creators over on creatorsspicytea.co in the resource library. Okay, then if you're going for a platform, what's your subscription model? Are you going to do a free page and just do PPV on it? Are you doing a paid page? Are you going to have multiple pages or be on a platform where you can have multiple tiers? Know this before you launch. Get it set up and ready before anybody steps foot in your space. Do the construction before you open the doors. You know what I mean? We see the question a lot. Should I have a paid page or a free page? I can't tell you. I know, I suck again. Both paid and free pages are valid, but they work so very differently. With a paid page, sure, you're earning immediately through subscribers joining, but you have to then justify that cost with the amount of content you put out. However, with a free page, it's more about making irresistible PPV drops and driving tips through services in DMs. Then, once you got all of that decided, go get in your settings. We're going to go tinker with her. I recommend hiding like and subscriber count at first. At least that's what I did when I very first started on Onlyfans. And then change it to public when you have a little bit of a count there. You should also set up a auto welcome message. Give people something to respond to when they join, even if your ass is not online. Often in welcome messages, you'll see combinations of content types, such as maybe a free welcome audio or video or image, alongside maybe a PPV video or photo set at a discounted rate. Definitely make sure you have your menu included in that welcome message, or at the very least, pin that shit to the top of your page. If people don't know they can order from you other types of content, they won't. Make it visible. Alrighty, switching gears again. I know we're going through this kind of crazy fast, but from what I'm guessing, this is going to be very long. We got a lot to go through, but we're going to talk content now. Please don't launch your page with nothing on it, or, one picture and maybe a video. You need a library, ideally 2 weeks worth. And okay, I hear you, 2 weeks worth. What the fuck does that mean? How much does that equal in like media count, right? Hear me go. What I mean by that is if you intend to post on your page twice a day, the day you open your page, you should already have 28 pieces of content posted, ready to go. Not scheduled, posted. Because nobody wants to join a completely empty page, especially if you're doing a subscription model. Say somebody pays $20 the first day you open your account and there's nothing there. They're going to feel like, why did I just pay $20? And try and mix it up, Use different outfits, backgrounds, like locations, content types, alternate between spicy and soft, long videos, teaser pics. Variety is both the spice of life, but it is also the spice of scrolling, you guys. Too much redundancy and a viewer is going to tune out, and that is the exact opposite of what we want. And for the love of lighting, use good light. Even a cheaper ring light or a window can change everything. I don't know if everyone saw, but heads up, we did a full video breakdown on lighting over on the Creators Spicy Tea YouTube channel. So pop over there and check that out. I'll try and remember to link that bad boy below too. Next, when we're talking content, there's one thing we need to talk more important than everything else. Watermark your shit. That is a golden rule. Watermark your shit from day one. I do not care if you have 0 followers yet. Content thieves don't care either. Maybe I should make a video on this experience, and let me know down below if I should. But before I was even selling content, my selfies were being stolen. And not long ago, I saw up close and very personally the pain and the damage that comes from someone using your content to catfish someone else. The concept of watermarking might be a bit big to tackle because I know it's technical and creative all at the same time. I got you. Pop over to the resource library on creatorsspicytea.co. There is a post titled Watermarks, the what, why, and how for content protection. Please, I will try and link that below. Y'all, if I don't link everything, you can come scream at me. You can yell in the comments. I will fix it. And when it comes to content creation, batch that shit whenever you can. Batch content creation will save your life. Trust me, your future self will thank you. You know what? How did I open this episode? Damn, I wish I would have batched. Because now I am sick at 3 a.m. recording a podcast episode. Once you have all your content created, first off, hell yeah, that is a hard first hurdle. Be proud. The next step, plan a posting schedule that you can actually stick to. That is how you stay consistent and avoid burnout. Very excitingly, y'all, because I'm proud I made this shit. Over in the Creators Spicy Tea shop, I did just launch a content log, content planner, and visual calendar all in one Google Sheet that auto-populates if you want to go check that out. Switching gears once again. Let's talk money. That's what we want to hear. Set your pricing. If you're charging for a subscription, I promise you one of the hardest things you will have to do is decide what price to charge for access. There are pricing guides out there for this. I helped make them, so I know they're there. Pop over to the resource library again on creatorsspicytea.co. There's a post labeled, I think it is called Pricing Your Adult Content, the Roadmap. I'm gonna link her. Dig into her, you guys. She's so incredibly helpful, especially for subscription pricing for 2025. We found that the average market value ranges from $10 to $20 monthly, but price it based on the actual amount of energy and capital you intend to put in, and then make the decision how much you should get back. And please remember, I don't care if it's your first day. If it is your first day, hey, welcome to content. It's wild. You're going to love it. First day or not, you're worth premium pricing, period, end of story. All right, moving over to like one-off services, think like PPV or pay-per-view messaging, which is done usually in DMs, and things like customs, your ratings, a photo set. Know what every single one of those services will cost right now. It could not have been very long ago, but we just did a huge YouTube video on setting up our tip menus. So pop over to the YouTube channel for Creator Spicy Tea for that as well. But for pricing all those individual services, I highly suggest still popping over to the pricing content resource roadmap. She'll help you, I promise. Once you have your prices, write that shit down, write that down into a menu, and then put that in a pinned post on your platform and on any safe to do so socials. Don't wing it when someone messages you. You will end up underselling yourself, or if you're like me, at my beginning, before I knew what the hell a menu was, you're just going to stress your own shit out. And remember, platforms take a cut. Platforms aren't the only one taking a cut. Taxes are real. Save about 30 to 35% of what you earn and get familiar with write-offs too. But seriously though, you guys, taxes count in this industry. I don't care if you're being paid on OnlyFans or a wish list site like Throne. The IRS does not give half a shit how you made your money, just so long as they get their piece of the pie. And it's a big piece of the pie. So start setting things aside as you earn. And it doesn't hurt come tax season if you keep your bank accounts separate. So one for spicy income and expenses and one for personal. Now, let's treat this like what it god darn is. A business. Start a CRM. Track your sales and your client information. Treat that like it's your Bible. I do. Y'all know we have the client and order tracker CRM or client relation manager over on the Creator Spicy Tea shop. You should also be tracking your expenses, your current orders, and organize your content from day one. Title your content. Trust me. Please trust me. Because I now have 4 years of content labeled XY372. I'm so screwed. I'm going to have to spend days organizing. But keep that all organized. And then think about forming a LLC eventually. Don't feel like you have to do it day one, though, or even month one. What matters right now is you treating your content like a product you're selling. And just one note about LLCs, tax cuts, yeah, they don't come with it. But legal and financial protection does. To hit those tax cuts, if that's what you're going for, you're going to have to start filing as an S Corp, or that is a option to do so. But that's normally only suggested once you're consistently bringing in at minimum 60 to 80K a year, I think it was. Y'all hear me when I say it. The expenses for a S Corp is insane. At the same time, though, them tax cuts are so pretty. When it comes to client interaction, honey, respond to fans with respect. So much respect and consistency, which somebody point a mirror at me and tell me to do that better. Post when you say you're going to post, deliver customs in a timely manner. That kind of professionalism goes such a long way in this space. And make data-driven decisions. Y'all, you don't have to do guesswork when you have data. Check your analytics. What's getting you the most engagement? What kind of flopped, Adjust your strategy based on data, not vibes and internal panic. I did that for a year. It's exhausting. And prepare for slow days. It takes time. I left OnlyFans at top 2 or 3%, but it didn't happen overnight. For me, it was months of consistent daily hustle before things were taking off. The last part of this, we're talking promo. You need your social accounts before you launch. Get your Twitter set up, your Reddit, your Blue Sky, your TikTok, your Insta, whatever. Use the same stage name across all of them as well. That creates brand recognition. And then, safety, you make sure that those spicy accounts are in no way tied to your personal socials. Get your bio up, get your link up there, your visuals ready. Platforms like Instagram and TikTok definitely are not going to let you post adult content site links directly. Get a link hosting site or your own domain. That's what I did. Plan your teasers, your safe for work pictures, your teaser clips, everything, captions, make everything to make people curious. Make people interested, and make sure you have a steady stream of content that drives traffic without getting your account nuked. Use scheduling tools. Personally, I am an absolute fiend for FanGrowth.io. I'm going to put my affiliate link below because y'all need to check them out. I use her for Fansly and Reddit. It lets me post in advance so I can actually be a human being, you know, and not just focusing on, okay, it is 3:03 a.m. It really is. It is 3:03 a.m. What is the best subreddit that I could post on in this exact time? No, that's exhausting. I hate that phase. No. Instead, I spend about 2 hours every 2 to 3 weeks scheduling, and I don't have to think about it anymore. Here is the truth. Marketing does not stop after launch day. You're going to be promoting regularly, consistently, and creatively. General rule of thumb we hear pretty often is 70% promotion, 30% content creation. Personally, in my business, that'd be wild sauce. I could not. But I do generally focus on direct sales and live services. But as someone who is starting a platform or a cam site, etc., you should be expecting to be promoting more than just about anything else. Promotion content and then the scheduling and everything, it takes a lot of time. And you guys, the last note I'm going to give, not every post should end in subscribe now or here's my link. No, it gets boring and it gets spammy. No, show your personality, show you or your persona, be human. Build connection. Use your captions and your copy and your promotional content to forge curiosity, interest, and connection before they even reach out to join your page. That is what is going to get them and keep them hooked. Okay, that was so much. That was a lot, you guys. And I know I sound miserable. I probably sound so much worse now than I did at the beginning. If you just follow this checklist, if you just dot your I's and cross your T's now, if you treat your Onlyfans or Fansly or Camsite or whatever launch like the actual goddamn business that it actually goddamn is, you're going to already be miles ahead of most people. Shit, you're going to be miles ahead of where I was when I started. I did zero research. Big regret. Big regret. Don't just start an OnlyFans or a Fansly or a Chatterbait or whatever. Don't just start something. No, build it. And if you need help creating your business plan, your content calendar, your pricing strategy, whatever, check the description box for all the links to all the resources I mentioned. And if you need someone to sit down with, another human with a spicy brain like mine, and talk and bounce ideas and get help, we can do that together. I'll put the link for my scheduling calendar down below as well for my coaching and my mentorship. All right. You have a plan. You have a strategy. All this left now is go get your damn bag. Thank you for sitting with me, you guys, and tolerating my sick ass. I hope you guys are so good and so safe and so sane. Oh, shit, as sane as we can be in this year of Kale 2025. But I hope you're flourishing. Thanks, y'all.